I'm so excited that you want to know how to start an online business as a kid. Launching my own business has been one of the most exciting things I've ever done. And to be able to walk you through this, you're going to be able to take this content and launch your very own business. Let's go. In this video, I'm gonna walk you through the 5 things you need to do to start an online business. Because the truth of the matter is, whether you're young or whether you're old, the principles are the same. So what I wanna teach you in this video is show you exactly what you need to do right out of the gate to set yourself up to have a very successful and profitable online business. First of all, I wanna commend you for even searching for this video, because not a lot of people your age are asking how to start businesses. I met a 12-year-old at a recent conference who was building online sales funnels for people and charging them $25,000. Yes, a 12-year-old. And that happened for about a year until he got too many clients and he couldn't accommodate them all. And so what he did was he still charged $25,000, but he took equity in all of their sales funnels online. So not only was he earning the $25,000, but he was earning money off of all of these other businesses. This young kid is making hundreds of thousands of dollars because he knows this exact content. The very first thing you want to do is make a list of skills you have that you could sell online. The online world is very large, and essentially the online business world can be summed up like this. How do you get attention from your ideal customers and get them to pay you instead of everybody else? That's the business plan of an online entrepreneur. How do I get the attention of my ideal customers and get them to pay me versus all of my competitors? That's the question, and that's what we answer. That's what you need to know in order to work towards a really profitable online business. So the first thing you need to do is, what do you know and what can you teach that people want to know and are willing to pay for? I was speaking at a high school a few years ago and met a young student who was about 16 years old, and he had just launched a YouTube channel. And it was all around trains. He loved trains. So he and his parents traveled to the worst train track in America, where when a train comes around on it, it literally lifts off the tracks because it's so uneven, and then it settles and continues. He went to that location and waited for a train to come by and videoed that train coming by and put that video on YouTube talking about and documenting his experience in the train community. Well, that video got about 3.5 million views, because a young person had a vision. Then he started shooting other videos on train tracks all over the country and began growing hugely in the train community. And then guess what happened? A train company hired him to help them market so that other people would cargo by train, so that they would transfer their products and services by train. Why? Because he just got out there and he started creating content. So part of starting an online business is just that, starting. Getting out there, starting messy, and just getting moving. And the first thing you gotta do is pick something you can offer and sell that people are willing to pay for. My suggestion is to sell information products, because it's the fastest thing you can sell in order to generate cash. And the powerful thing about selling information products, it doesn't even have to be your own products. You can find other people that have made products around something you're passionate about, and you can take those products and sell them online, and you can get a portion of the revenue from the sale. You can literally, it's called an affiliate marketing business, where you can market other people's products. So you might say, I'd like to sell stuff around sports or stuff around art, but I don't have any programs and products like that. Go find people that do and sell their stuff until you can make your own. But when you're gonna sell products and programs online, you need to ask yourself the question, how can I make it unique from everything else? Because the online world is pretty crowded. There's a lot of people there. So what you want to do is you want to find a niche and then carve a little piece of that niche and serve people in a different way. You want to differentiate your products in a different way. For example, if you're selling other people's programs, maybe you can add a little something with it that makes it different. So you can get their programs everywhere else, but to get my specific piece of value, you have to buy through me. So the idea is that you can add value even to somebody else's product and create a package that you're selling online, but it differentiates because you can't get you in everybody else that's selling that product. So you differentiate yourself from everybody else. And by the way, you're going to be way ahead of everybody else in business, because most people don't even think about a USP when they launch a company. A USP is a unique selling proposition. It's what makes me unique from every and any other option in the industry and in the market. If you're going to sell a product, what makes you unique? What makes you different? If you're going to start an HVAC company, put in furnaces, what's going to make you different? And it's the same thing for your online business. If you're going to sell information on how to be a great student in high school, what makes you different from other people selling those programs? And again, differentiation will give you a lot more profit. The third thing is create your list of needed items to launch your online business. Because now that you have your idea and you're thinking through the differentiation of your idea, now we need the tools to sell your idea. We actually need to start making money. So the idea is get a list down of all the things you're gonna need. The four things I would focus on is number one, I would focus on either a website or a funnel. A website is simply a storefront where people can go and see what you sell, see what you do. A funnel is simply where you use landing pages to communicate what you sell to your customers. So they come to a landing page, and usually in exchange for their information or their email address, you can give them a piece of value. And then after they give you your email address, they go to another page that sells them on some sort of product or service you offer. And you get as many people into that funnel as possible, and you generate as much revenue as possible through that sales funnel. But the very first thing you need is either a website or a funnel. If you can do away with the website, I would go the funnel route. The funnel route is going to be more specific to the customers you need and you're going after. A lot of times people come to websites and then get lost in all the stuff that's on a website. We only want two things. We want to get their information so we can give them value, and then we want to offer them a product they can pay for value. That's the only two things we want to do. And that's what a funnel focuses on. The second thing you're going to need is a CRM, or a customer relationship management system. A CRM is just a database that collects your emails and can automate your email process so that when you want to reach out to all your customers that have given you their contact information, you can do so through your CRM. The third thing you need is some sort of digital product to sell. Whether that's a service or a product, you need something to sell. And again, if you don't have a digital product or you don't even have a service, you can partner with other people that do and sell those for them, and you can be an affiliate marketer and generate revenue from that. The benefit of being an affiliate marketer is you can do it for lots of different products at one time. And the benefit is there's no ceiling to the amount of revenue you can earn. And then the fourth thing is simply the social media pages around the products and services you sell. You're going to want Instagram and Twitter and Facebook because that's where people hang out. Because again, if you're selling different kinds of products, you're going to be able to have social media accounts that show the kinds of products you're offering. And you on those social media accounts can start documenting your process as starting a business. You have no idea how much people want to help and support young entrepreneurs just like you. And by you putting yourself out there, you're going to put yourself in a place to really generate some revenue and get some followers. And believe me, you're going to inspire thousands of people to do the same. And before we go on to the next tip, throw a comment below of what type of business you want to start. And believe me, I will respond to each and every comment. So comment below because I love talking to students that are starting businesses. So the fourth thing you want to do is name your product or business. What is the business name that you're going to operate under? One of the things people do when they start businesses, a lot of times they like to make them catchy and cute. I want to make them very clear so people know what you do. My business for real estate training is Power Up Real Estate. They know we are a real estate company. And so again, the reason we chose Power Up Real Estate is the acronym is PURE. Because in the industry, there's a lot of entrepreneurs teaching real estate that don't really do it in a very ethical way. We want to bring a lot of ethics to real estate investing. And so that was why I chose that name. And for you, pick a name that really fits what you do and what you sell. So if you're selling products in the sports space or the art space or the dance space or whatever you're doing, make your business around that type of product. Now, if you're going to sell products in every space, then make it more of a general business term name. And if you're going to sell your own digital product, make sure you pick a name in your digital product that lets people know exactly what you do. One of the things I don't like that I see in a lot of products is you can't tell what the product is about from the title. Don't title your product something where people can't tell exactly what it's about by reading the title. One of our marquee products is the Multifamily Blueprint Academy. People that are investing in real estate know it's multifamily. We're going to give them the blueprint, but it's also a training program. That's why we've picked those words. So when you pick your course name or the title of your business, make sure they can tell exactly what it is and exactly what you do by the name. And the fifth thing you want to do is do some market research. People that are already doing what you do, see who exists out there, what competitors exist, what are they doing in order to get customers, where are they hanging out. What I like to do is find my competitors and see where their biggest followings on social media is. Because here's the thing, if your competitors are hanging out on Twitter, that's probably because they found out most of their customers are on Twitter. And if they're your competitors, guess where your customers are? Probably on Twitter. The idea is that you want to hang out where your customers are, and your competitors are probably already hanging out there. So find your competitors and see what social media's platforms they're really leveraging. But you might find that some of your competitors aren't leveraging social media at all, giving you a big opportunity in the market. And a quick bonus tip is to get a Stripe account. You may need an adult to help you set up your Stripe account because you have to be 18 or older to be able to accept credit card payments. But Stripe is a credit card processor. So if somebody's going to buy something online, they're going to need to give you a credit card in order to do so. Setting up a Stripe account allows them to pay by credit card and then transfer that money into your bank account and into your business account. So again, you may need an adult to help you set this up or somebody above 18. But again, set up a Stripe account so you can start taking cash. Can't take money if we don't have an account to take credit cards. But I also have a free gift for you. I want to give you my free business startup checklist. If you go into the description of this video and click that link, you'll go to a page and you'll get our free business checklist, and you'll be able to see exactly what I suggest you do to start up a business so you don't miss any important elements. And again, I want to congratulate you. You starting a business is one of the smartest things you can do.